This is Joe. Joe owns your basic clothing company. He sells basic consumer product and pays his employees hourly. And he's getting enough sales. They should be able to pay himself and his employees. So his business should continue living. But it's not. He's going to go out of business because he cannot pay himself. And this does not make any sense. If he's making enough money that he should be able to pay himself and his employees, why can't he? Well, this is due to poor money mismanagement. And this isn't just the case for Joe. This is the case for 82% of businesses. And there are two factors that affect this: internal expenses and external expenses. Internal expenses are things like payroll, and external expenses are things like cost of materials, cost of shipping. I'll be focusing on internal expenses because we have much more control over internal expenses rather than external expenses. So, how can we manage our internal expenses that we do not go out of business and can make money? Well, the current solution is hiring an accountant. And an accountant may work, but accountants get lazy, accountants make mistakes, and some accountants are just bad at their job. They're human. What do you expect? So, why not use reinforcement learning to simulate a company environment so we can better understand how to manage our company so that don't go out of business? Well, I did that. Using reinforcement learning, I simulated a company environment. So, I started off the business with $100. This to show that they already have some money mismanagement problems, but are still have some space to recover. So next I had to simulate the owners and the workers. So I started with the owner. The owner has four actions he can take: make money, adjust a wage, do nothing, or make a worker take a day off. If he decides to make money, he'll make money for his company, but no management actions will take place. If he decides to adjust a wage, he adjusts the worker's pay up or down, and this will affect their work. But more on that later. And if he decides to do nothing, simply nothing happens. And if he decides to make a worker take it off, he does not have to pay them for that day, but they do not work for that day, so he's not going to make any money off of them. Next, the workers. The workers have two actions they can take: make money or do nothing. If they decide to make money, they'll make money for the company, and if they decide to do nothing, simply nothing happens. They get paid regardless which action they take. They get paid hourly. And just like in the real world, there's variety between these workers. These are three things that show the variety between them about how much money they can make for the owner. The skill level, this is the constant like PHP, Python, or design to represent those kind of skills. And just like in the real world, some people are better equipped than others. So skill level models that. With a higher skill level, the worker will be able to make more money than someone with a lower skill level in the same amount of time. Endurance level. The endurance level affects how quickly certain people get tired. Just like in the real world, some people can work more than to other people's without getting tired. So the endurance level models this. With a higher endurance level, you'll get tired more quickly than someone with a lower endurance level. And as you get more tired, you'll make less money for the company when you take the make money action. Money motivation level, this affects how much money they can make for the company at a time. So just like in the real world, people are motivated by many things, just like money. Shown in a recent study, with a pay increase as little as 1.7%, performance increases in a worker. So this models how much that performance increases. With a higher money motivation level, your performance will increase much more than someone with a lower money motivation level. But how does the owner actually know what decisions to take to manage these workers? Well, this comes down to the AI. The AI works by taking a state and outputting an action through four dense layers. Sounds simple, but there's actually more than that. When we start off, we actually have no data to go off of. So there's no states to train on to predict what actions to take. So we have to start collecting data by taking random actions. We take in the state, the next state, the reward, the action, and if the environment is done. And through this, we can understand where to optimize so we can make more money for the company by taking certain actions at certain states at certain times. So once we've taken a bunch of random actions and gathered enough data, we can start training the model. And then we can take in a state and output an action to take the right action at the certain state. And so what were the results? Well, in general, it seems paying your employees more, but having them work more, will make you the most money possible. And I say in general because there was one outlier that I thought was extremely interesting. He paid his employees as little as possible, but had them work as much as possible. And This was the highest earning episode out of all thousands of episodes that I trained. That fascinated me. But it was just one out of thousands. In general, it seems that paying your employees more, but having them work more, will make you the most money most of the time. And this makes me extremely excited for the future. This means those 82% of businesses that went out of business due to poor money mismanagement will have a chance to build something amazing in this world without having to worry about something as simple as finances.